I've been here since March 10th, and I came out of prison, and I didn't want to live the way I was living no more. I came from the streets of Durham. The program teaches me today that I went on a path of destruction. And in that destruction, I didn't care who I hurt. And hurt people, you know. And I was hurting. When I first got here to LINC, I didn't have nothing. And today, I have my self-respect back. I have my family back in my life. Mentally, I know that I need help. And LINC has offered that help to me. You know, no cost to me, because I could never afford to get the things that I have gained here on my own. We can sign up to go into institutions to talk, go down to help the Little League. They have a youth center. We can go down there and help them out. They offer a GED. They help you go back to school if you want to go back to school, to college. Take some college courses. I think this is something good. You know, they need one of these everywhere. You know, LINC gave my life back. And in actuality, I'm like the walking dead. But with God's grace and mercy and LINC, I'm all right, you know. And I don't have to worry about if I mess up, I'm going to get kicked out. As long as I stay away from the drugs, have a will, just a little bit of will, to keep doing what I'm doing, I ain't going nowhere. I'll be all right.
Studies show across the country that typically when a person comes out of prison, about 61% of those individuals are rearrested or go back to prison within the first 3 years. So one of the ways that we interrupt that is providing the transitional services that we provide, from obviously housing first, employment, other support services to include food, ID, case management services, mentoring services, and a structured program with a curfew and very regimented. So those are things that we find that keep people from going back to prison. So within 3 years, only 12% of the people we serve might find themselves back in prison. We like to call ourselves a crime prevention initiative. So we try to, we kind of prevent people with the fancy word that they use is we try to minimize the recidivism rate, at least in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. One of the things we do here on our campus is all parts of life is addressed. So any expertise that a person from UNCW would have could help individuals coming out of prison, even if some went in educated or college graduates or even high school graduates. Typically when they come out, a lot of those competencies they might have initially had and need to be brushed up on. Mm-hmm. So a UNCW student, because they're in the mix of education, could certainly come and help out people get reacclimated to those educational pieces. I would say we have a lot of ethical dilemmas. It is, while we're in a structured environment, because a person might have a criminal history and a staff member might not have a criminal history, one of the ethical dilemmas is a lot of times you would use a person's criminal history against them if you're a staff person to almost ensure you're one up that, looking to one up the resident. And Yeah, that's always a dilemma. I would say the 101 we worked with last fiscal year, I think about four. Four were rearrested. I think only one of those, though, went back to prison. We kind of measure our recidivism rate on reincarceration versus rearrest. So I would say only one of those individuals found themselves back in prison. And I rise up